I want to learn so much more about your report, but I also want to dive in on one of the themes that keeps coming up, and that is trust. It's, I think, very obvious to all of us how AI literacy is key to building trust and how trust is the probably most essential commodity in the AI era. Could you break that down for our listeners a little bit more? Why is it that we keep harping on AI governance, AI literacy as opportunities, as necessary means to building that trust? What does it look like if we do this right? What does it look like when there is those trusted infrastructure and mechanisms in place? And what are some of the key steps to make sure that we, organizations, institutions, whoever else you think should be involved, governments, et cetera, in building that trust?
Let me start, and I'd love for Karla to come in too on this. But for us, trust is fundamentally the building block for AI and other technology governance. It's where we can start. And it's not just a question of trust as like this static thing, but it's the process of being trustworthy. It's how do you earn trust? And the work that Nuala was a steering committee member for the forum ended up in 2022 producing a report called Earning Digital Trust. And what are the steps you need to take in order to be a trustworthy actor in the technology space? And these are fundamentally questions that we get to with governance. So it's another frame to think about how we govern new and emerging technologies, including AI. And part of it is things we talked about already. It's a holistic approach. You need to look at different disciplines within organizations to make sure that you're being an effective steward of people's expectations and values around their uses of technology. And I think that's the crux of what we get to when we talk about trust. Is the technology fulfilling people's expectations? People fundamentally don't expect a new technology to harm them. People expect a new technology to support them, to give them more opportunities. People have values around technology like privacy and equality and others. How are we ensuring that the technologies we develop, the technologies we deploy, are fulfilling those expectations and protecting those values? That's ultimately what we found with our stakeholders builds trust. And that's what we're trying to build into technology governance worldwide, whether it's AI or other disciplines.
And I think you're really combating fear, right? What I've heard from kind of the conversation so far, and I think in my experience is people are simply afraid of what they don't understand. And so that's where literacy comes in and awareness, but that's what builds trust is and lessens the fear.